So there was this cross-sectional study. It was really fascinating. It found that 64% of young people had this climate anxiety. And what that means is you are aware of what's happening to the climate. So we know that we have, X amount of greenhouse gas in the environment. We know we have to remove this much by this time. And that has this sort of crippling effect. Yeah. And I'm sure you're familiar with this is just the term that they use because it's related to climate change. I'm sure there's different terms in different areas. But they are then crippled by, I'm this young person. I can't, or it doesn't have to be young. Sorry, I'm just, that's where the study was done. But I'm this person who is just crippled by the fact that I can't do anything. My life is doomed because exterior forces are now controlling my destiny. And so you feel disempowered. Mm-hmm. And so while climate anxiety is specific to climate change, I'm sure you're familiar with the feeling of disempowerment. Yeah. How would you kind of drive that road and kind of get onto a different route?
So correct me if I'm wrong. So that one with the climate one is they get anxious or feel disempowered because of outside forces that they can't control.
Correct. Or we feel we cannot control them because there's, political forces and all this stuff.
Yeah, I'd say that it's very similar to what happened over the past few years with, certain spicy flu that's been going around, is that it's on the external. We can't control it. What's happening, what the government does. When we're relying on the external for like that internal validation or feeling good, then yes, we will. We'll look outside and be like, it's raining, I can't have a good day. That's giving your power, your empowerment to an external force. And I get it. It happens. Like that would be quite disempowering, thinking, oh, the planet's going to, it's stuffed anyway because of blah, 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 whatever they're thinking, or because we can't make an impact to climate change. But that's also, again, in my mind, honestly, for me, it's always been, would I rather focus on that or focus on what I can do, what I am right now? And that could be your impact. And this is something you've told me all the time, is just like, what's the one thing you can do right now? That will start to empower you. Because if you're focusing on the things that you can't control in your life, in the world, of course you're going to sit there with anxiety. You're going to feel unimportant, unworthy, unvaluable in life. But you doing that one thing does help. And the compound of that happening is where you start to feel empowered, because you focus on who you are and what you can do in that moment. Whether it's to do with the environment, whether it's to do in business or starting something new, you have to take the first step. And if you focus on, it's going to take me this long to lose this amount of weight, I'm going to die anyway. Why would I eat healthy? You just got to go back to what I was saying before about choices. What choice do you want to make? And focusing on what you can do. You're not going to, change your nutrition overnight, but you can start taking those steps. You're not going to get super fit, and run a marathon overnight if you've done nothing most of your life. But if you consistently show up, you're going to feel more empowered because you're focusing on what you can do